Hello. Hi. So I'm still here making videos once in a while. My last video was a just a bit of chanting, vowels, I think. I was preparing for a breathwork sound and cacao ceremony, which was lovely. I'm glad I had that experience, and the next time it will be different because it's always different, but we learn and we grow and we transform and we keep these experiences in our records to be able to choose whatever aligns next in our journey. So, um, great learning experience. And yes, so here we are, November 3rd, 2024. And I was called to do a message, a video because of the times we are in and this accelerating um, frequency and photonic light being emitted from the sun, something I've mentioned many times on my channel, the fact that we are, ascending and we are choosing, again, I'll use that word because it's always the one that keeps coming in. And I have great conversations with some very good friends of mine that are, soul friends, and we talk about many, many things. Thankfully, we are uncensored with each other and we can go deep into certain topics. I see that the cognitive dissonance is still very strong with many people surrounding me that I am linked with in a lot of ways, but I don't see them on a regular basis or anything like that. But yeah, it's going to get interesting this next few days and then weeks and months to come. The great shift is happening, and we're feeling it. I'm feeling it. And anyways, I've chosen this natural ascension timeline to create the new earth and to live in higher frequency and not to try to patch up any of the old systems, which I did try. I did my best, really, at the time. But I wasn't strong enough and I hadn't individuated enough into my soul essence, because this is going to be the fundamental work that needs to be done for us to move into a higher collective Christ consciousness movement towards the building, the creation of our new earth. And even how we're going to build that is not super clear yet, but I know it's going to have a lot to do with the ancient technologies that were suppressed or ancient civilizations used sound and frequency and vibration, and understanding the fundamentals of quantum science and uh, the photonic light, and that we are energy beings, the kundalini within our bodies, the electrical current, the activation of our DNA. All of these things are taking place. And this is why optimization of our physical structure is so very important. Why we need to decalcify the pineal gland, we need to detox, we need to connect with nature, we need to meditate and bring in the light and do all of these various techniques to, yoke. The yoga is merging of you with your divine self, with your God self, and stopping the separation, stopping this idea of projecting your power within onto something outside of yourself, because this keeps us in a repeating loop of a childlike behavior that is not serving us, because We have to be childlike, as in the joy and wonder of being alive, of enjoying these creations and creatures and the physical experience, and knowing that you are part of it, but you're not necessarily of it, because your consciousness is the molder, is the creator of the physical reality. So that's why spirit comes first. And spirit descended into matter, forgot about what it was, had the experience of duality and division, and here we are, remembering and, holding the blueprints of the original creator being, and downloading those is something that, that I do as a mystic, as somebody who has been a curious person wanting to understand the point of being here and why I had these near-death experiences. And I always felt dark energy, and what was that all about, bringing the darkness into the light, and as within, so without, hermetic principles, studying these, doing mystery schools, and remembering, because again, it's like your soul knows, and you need to be still and know. So that's oh yeah, I picked some cards before. I like to pick my little cards. They're not like tarot, they're more like just nice messages. This one, individuality, which is something that, as I mentioned, you see each one has its own color, its own frequency, its own essence, its own flavor, its own. That's what's so beautiful. You can't compare yourself to anybody else, because there's only one you. And that's so beautiful, as Dr. Seuss said, I think. Again, wisdom is everywhere if we focus on it and believe that it's not outside of us, but it's all surrounding us, and synchronicities will reflect that so much. When you're getting a lot of synchronicities, just know that you're definitely on the path, confirming it to yourself, because you left yourself breadcrumbs. So it's you, it's all you. It's you in a higher dimensional state that is assisting the one that is remembering at this time, at this very critical juncture in our next level humanity. Very exciting. Self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. So that goes really well with individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this Earth School. And the last one is liberation, freedom. That's my life's purpose, actually. The 55th gene key. The doubts and fears still come up, but you don't believe them anymore. They're not you. So there. Maybe someone out there needed to hear this message. If you hear the machine in the back, that's just my dishwasher. And that's about it. Remember to keep your peacefulness. Sandra Walter, beautiful teacher of Christ consciousness. I've been with her for years and years. Went to Sedona, I think it was 2019, and met her and 30 other people in Arizona, Sedona, and we were at Castle Rock at the top, and we saw these light ships or something, and I've seen them maybe in my life 3 or 4 times now, 4 times, I believe. And I think that's something that's on the way. Perhaps not for every experience, but I know that it's part of mine. So I know things before they happen. I knew things as a child before anyone else did. I knew when people were lying most of the time, although That's been a hard one for me because I really see only the best in people, which is beautiful. However, it gets you into trouble because you get fooled by, not fooled, it's there. The potential underlying everything and everyone is there, but they might not choose to develop it. They might not choose to go into their ascension, and they want to, but they might not even be aware or conscious of the subconscious patterns that keep repeating. So that's what I do also, is help people repattern their subconscious mind by just choosing and accompanying and that kind of thing. So I guess it's like guidance or coaching. I'm doing that again, opening that up. Only a few per week, just because I love doing so many things, and I would like to assist, but in a way that really honors my freedom as well. I don't like to be booked with a big calendar, and when it's a nice day, I really love to go out and play in the sun and take care of my place and my health and be creative, write and paint and dance and those beautiful things that all children love to do. And yeah, research is fun for me too. As I'm putting the information together and putting it out there. So just once in a while, I feel like I need to touch base here on my YouTube channel. And, you know, you can listen to other ones about Christ consciousness, about synchronicities, about being galactic and indigenous at the same time. What else do I talk about? Well, the Great Awakening. I talk about the Dark Cabal and David Wilcock and stuff that he's been talking about, being awake in the dream, because this is like a dream. And once you wake up, you can never go back to sleep again, although you try, because it's not always pretty and it's not always easy, to be honest. Cognitive dissonance, which is when people just do not and cannot believe something because it goes against everything they ever believed in. It's always been like that, Galileo and anybody that was going up against like the majority and the mainstream. But then later they're like, oh, superheroes. But you can be your own superhero as it's unfolding, and trust yourself, your intuition. The only way to do that is to tune into yourself. The kingdom is within you. The eye, the third eye, to see. So Dr. Joe Dispenza does great work. There's a lot of free meditations you can do. And yeah, so I'll put my info underneath. And if ever one day you feel called to go deeper into your soul exploration and you want some assistance with that, we can see if we're a match and we can move forward. And until then, see you next time.